Everybody should have this poem at the ready anytime they find themselves doing the same thing over and over. Autobiography in 5 short chapters by Portia Nelson. Chapter 1. I walk down the street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost. I am helpless. It isn't my fault. It takes me forever to find a way out. Chapter 2. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It still takes a long time to get out. Chapter 3. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. Chapter 4. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. Chapter 5. I walk down another street. The end. The truth is, we are all chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 some days. Some days we totally don't get sucked into that story, and sometimes we're right in it. We know we're in it, and there we are in that hole. So what to do about it? Okay, when I am really stuck in a story, this is what I do. There's 6 questions or 6 statements that I complete. Okay, so here they are. I observe and I write down what the thing is. Next one, I feel, and then I really drop into the primary emotion. So I feel scared about this. I feel anxious about this. I try to get really into the emotion, not like anger, which is secondary. Like really, I feel hurt, I feel sad, I feel scared, I feel confused. Like what is the primary, get as primal as you can about the feeling that is in there, because everything gets balled up, the feeling, the story, the thinking, the heart, like it's all just a mess. And that's why we want to sift it out. Step 3, I believe. Now this is going to be this is the most important step. So put a little asterisk besides I believe, because I believe is where the story lies. So this is where I want you to think of, and it's very difficult if you've done any personal growth to do this step, because your tendency is to not admit the real insidious beliefs that are rolling around in us. Like, I believe I'm unworthy, or I believe, she's a bitch, or I believe they're lazy. I believe I'm never going to get there. I believe that person is mean. Well, I don't know what your stories are in your head, but the step 3 is where you lay out the worst low vibrational judgmental thing you have about the person, the situation, or yourself. Step 4 is I desire, or I want. And I also want you to come from your heart. So when you think about the situation, whether it's with your person or your business or whatever is your observation statement started with, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And I want you to write out all of your desires around that situation, which is usually the opposite of the story that you're carrying. Step 5 is where you take a deep breath and you want to invite as much enlightened, the wise part of yourself, the highest consciousness. If you believe in God or angels or the Santa Claus or whatever, you just, and partner with the spiritual realm if you're into that. But if you're not, don't worry about it. Just tap into your highest thinking self. Take a deep breath and go, what do I know? And then I know, and then fill in the blank. What do you know? And a knowing is a deep, peaceful statement. It's like when someone says, do you love your children? I know I would, do anything for my family. I want you to really drop into what do you know? And truths feel peaceful. And then once you're feeling peaceful and you've dropped into the know, then the last step is the one thing. And then you go, what's one thing? What's one action I can take right now based on what I know?